So hello everyone, today we are going to perform experiment to determine the ABCD parameter and two-port network. So for this experiment we need to observe the four cases. The four cases are shown in this picture. So this is your case number second, and this is your case number first, and this is your case number third, and this is your case number four. So before starting experiment, we are discuss a major point regarding this experiment. So first of all, we are using a DC supply for this network, and we are using only resistive load, and we are using only resistive load. So in first case, you are seeing we are connecting a 5 resistance R1, R2, R3, R4, R5. In this combination, these resistors are internally connected in your two-port network trainer kit. We are just only need to connect the right place of ammeter and voltmeter and the given supply. In your first and second case, we are using a 12 volt DC supply as an input, and third and fourth case we are using a 5 volt DC supply. So in first case, we need to connect the 12 volt DC supply to the circuit, and we need to connect the ampere meter in series at a starting, and we are also connecting a voltmeter in parallel, and open the AB terminal of the network, and here we connect the voltmeter V2 for measuring the voltage across AB terminal. Say here from we get the output voltage at a point A and B, and the total current enters in the circuit is your I1. And in second case, we replace this ammeter from starting to the end point of the circuit, and we connect the ammeter at a B point and short circuit that point, because we are connecting ammeter in series, and we are taking the voltage V1 is your given supply. We are already know the input supply is 12 volts, so here we can get the value of I2. And your third case is we need to give the supply at a receiving end, and we need to open the starting terminal of the circuit. So here you can see we are applying a 5 volt DC supply to a receiving end, and first terminal where is your I1 and V1 is open circuit, and here you can see we are connecting a voltmeter in parallel and ammeter in series for measuring the I2 and V2 enters from the receiving side. In second case, we short circuit the AB point with the help of ammeter, and we can get the value of I2 from the circuit. Here your I1, here your I1 is 0 because A and B terminal are open. So let's start this experiment on the kit. Now we are going to perform the experiment of two-port network. So this is your trainer kit, and these elements or resistor are internally connected. Only your power supply not connected with the circuit. So first we need to connect the power supply to the circuit, and these two digital devices, your digital ammeter and voltmeter, used for measuring the voltage and current. In first case, we need to connect the voltmeter at a output terminal for measuring the V2, and we need to connect a ammeter at a series at a starting point for measuring the I1. So now we are going to connect the terminal. First of all, I am connecting the power source directly with the voltmeter, and here your input voltage supply, and from there we give the supply to the circuit, and here we need to measure the V2. So we have only here one voltmeter, so due to this I am removing the voltmeter from here and connect the voltmeter directly at the point A and B. So see, there is your V2 voltage, and now we need to connect the ammeter for measuring the starting current of the circuit, and also we called it I1. So this is your first terminal between your power source and network. Here I am going to connect the ammeter like this, because we need to connect the ammeter in series. For measuring the I1, we need to insert our ammeter in series with power source and your circuit. So here you can see we are giving the supply to the circuit through the ammeter. So your 12 volt DC supply directly connected with ammeter, and second terminal of your ammeter connected with your load. So this is your I1. So now we are going to case 2, where we need to connect the ammeter at receiving end for measuring the I2. So I am connecting the power supply directly to the source here, and these two terminals removed from voltmeter and directly connected with ammeter. And this is your I2. I am explaining again. First I am giving the 12 volt DC supply to the circuit and removing my voltmeter terminal of AB point from here and directly connected with ammeter. So at this circuit your ammeter is connected in series between point A and B, and this is your I2. Now we are going to move the third case. At third case we need to give the supply at receiving end here, and we are using a 12 volt DC, 5 volt DC supply. So this is your 5 volt DC terminal, and this is your connection of 5 volt DC supply. Done. After that we need to measure the input current from the circuit, input voltage from the circuit. So this is your applied voltage at V2. In third case we need to open the AB terminal of the starting of the circuit, and we also need to measure the I2 current which we collect from these two. Here we need to connect the ammeter in series. So like this we need to connect ammeter with the source like this. This is your I2 which we collect from this loop, and your AB terminal at starting point has been opened. Done. And your last case is measuring a current across AB terminal, because in third case I1 is 0 because this is open, and in fourth case we short circuit that terminal with the help of ammeter. So here you can see, this is your ammeter and this is your I1. We are directly connected the AB terminal to the ammeter and your supply terminal connected here. So now we are done with the experiment of measuring of two port network, in which experiment we are measuring a I1, I2, V1, V2. These all readings we are used for our observation table, and with respect to given formula we put that value and taking our practical result as well as theoretical result. Thank you.